Out of all the stupid problems I've encountered over the years with Windows, this one has to be the stupidest. I want to try something. Let's first hit the power button a few times over. At least that works. Of course. Of course it goes into automatic repair even though there's nothing to repair. Stop diagnosing and boot back up. The reason why I turned off FTPM or whatever it's called is due to the is because originally I was having issues with BlueStack not wanting to launch, and I thought that was somehow screwing it up, so I disabled it. Turns out it was something completely different. But with that said, I won't be surprised if that was the actual cause of the computer not wanting to shut down properly. But let's see what happens. Fucking TPM needs to be enabled for my computer to turn off? What the actual fuck? Of all the stupid I've seen from Windows, me disabling TPM on my computer stops it from shutting down? What bullshit is this? What actual bullshit is this? At least my main rig shuts itself down. It has a weird tendency to turn itself on after a little while, but it fully turns itself off. Speaking of, let me flip it back on again just to prove that point. Due to this thing wanting to turn itself on, I think it's something to do with the network and whatnot, I decided to just flip the power switch on the power supply. Luckily, it boots up like nothing happens as long as I flip the power switch to the right. There it goes. To the right way. So my main will obviously boot up completely fine. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit, and I'm going to let my main rig fully boot back up again. And as far as I know, I have TPM disabled on this computer here because I don't want Windows 11 touching this computer. Now I gotta figure out a way to make sure Windows 11 doesn't touch this computer, because I actually upgraded from Windows 11 back to Windows 10 because Windows 11 is still an unoptimized pile of bullcrap. So let's see. I think the computer is more or less booted back up. Yep, all my crap is all in their own little areas and whatnot. Let's see, do I want to run a little something real quick before I turn it off? I'll let that run. And I'll now shut this thing down. So, TPM needs to be enabled on my HP workstation, or my HP workstation refuses to turn itself off. Yet, my custom gaming rig with TPM disabled turns itself off completely fine. Again, it has a weird tendency to boot itself back up when after a little while. I don't know what the actual cause of it is. Again, I think it's something to do with the network and whatnot. So the easiest solution for that is just physically flip the power switch to the power supply, which is easy to do because it's literally right behind the TV. So let me exit out the old tech demo. Shut down the old main rig, which really isn't old by any stretch of the imagination. And it's now turned off again. I can physically hear the solenoid or whatever it is on the power supply actually flicking off. Or whatever the power supply does, because the power supply does click whenever it's either powered on or powered off. So again, all I need to do with this one is just find the old power switch, flip it off, and the computer stays off. Now, Apparently I just need to keep TPM enabled on this and it'll turn itself off. Of all the stupid bullshit I've experienced through Windows 10, forever I used it and whatnot, disabling TPM, causing Windows to not turn itself off, has to be the stupidest bug I've ever encountered on Windows. And I used a daily drive Vista way back in the day. And at least Vista turned itself off when you told it to, even if I smashed it against the wall. I don't even know what to say at this point. Fucking Microsoft. With that said, I ain't switching over to Linux. Fuck Linux.